Hi there, everyone. Jim Egan, head of school, Synapse School. I decided there's so much to update the community on due to an unprecedented situation that instead of writing an email, it was best to put this in a short video. I was even talking to one of our parents this morning about the importance of being able to make a video, or kids making a video. So I thought after that conversation, perhaps this is a good time to try to put the information that I know a lot of you want to hear about into a video format. So for the next few minutes, I'll give you updates on the school in the coronavirus era, and give you updates on what we're doing here, as well as on the lab, which is coming up soon. So first of all, we are open for business. We are operating according to a response plan. The response plan has 4 levels. We are going to move to a level 2, which means moderate risk. At that point, I'm informing the board about what's going on. Regular school program is in place. We're beginning to build out a contingency plan as well. I'll get to that in a second. Field trips will be suspended, but that doesn't mean we will suspend sports or some of those other activities that are involved with going to sports house and things like that. Increased cleaning of the school, which I'll go into as well, normal working conditions. And so moving to this risk level 2 was prompted by more cases of COVID-19 in the San Francisco Bay Area, some travel advisories happening, and our student attendance for the past few days has dipped just below 90%. So that's where we are right now. In terms of the lab, we have we're about to send out a communication. I felt maybe it's one way to condense the communications is to read it here. This is from Katie Morgan. Our lab is going to happen. It's 1 week away. We are operating under the assumption that we're going to have lab. Students have worked incredibly hard this trimester learning and preparing exhibits to share with you about our changemaker, Ruth Bader Ginsburg, and our K-8 theme of intersection, seeking connections and creating new paths, is in order. Given the growing concerns around COVID-19, we've made the difficult decision to open Synapse School's interactive lab event to our immediate parent, student, and staff community only. So that means no visitors, no extended family, just parents, students, and staff. If you have invited extended family or friends or of family, we ask that you please share this decision with them. This is a fluid situation, and we'll keep you updated if we make the decision to cancel the lab. Of course, it goes without saying, if you or your child is exhibiting any signs of illness, coughing, fever, runny nose, we ask that you remain at home. We appreciate your understanding. Okay, in terms of a continuity plan, I've met here with our leadership team, and I have created 2 small working groups, one in the middle school, one in the lower school, to create a flexible plan for instruction if we do have to close. Our concern is always for the well-being of students and employees. We have over 200 families, we've got over 60 staff, and so I feel we have a serious obligation to ensure we're preparing and planning for an emergency. So we've created some groups. We had 2 meetings today. We are working rapidly to get a plan in place if we have to close. It'll have various scenarios and what we're solving for, as well as a mission for delivering Synapse online. It's difficult for any school to do. It's certainly going to be challenging for a school that really puts a premium on relationships, social and emotional learning, and project-based learning. But we are intrepid and we are optimists, so that is going on as well. Okay, in terms of cleaning, disinfecting, the campus here will get a full deep cleaning and disinfection with Clorox medical grade solvent this weekend. We're going to wipe doorknobs and light switches, wipe kids' chairs and tables, wipe cafeteria tables and chairs, office desks and chairs, handrails and stairways, yellow railings, staff room, chairs, counters, lobby, desks, sofas, chairs, and tables. So we've instructed students as well as staff to keep tables clear so we can disinfect all weekend long. So that's happening here. We've reached out to our multiple partners in our school operations. For example, KidsJet. We've asked them what they're doing. They have taken preventative measures to make sure safety and health is the #1 priority as well. So they've got new policies in place and plans and procedures. They're increasing the regular van cleanings and disinfection of those vans, as well as the accessibility of disinfectants, hand sanitizer, face masks for positions that need them. And they are requesting students stay home when they are sick. So that's helpful as well for KidsJet if your child is sick. They are following all the preventative measures provided by the CDC. Okay? In terms of the Reiches Center right next door, they've put out a memo to their community. They're urging all staff who are sick to stay home. Anyone who has known contact with any COVID-19 patients traveling abroad, etc., exhibiting symptoms, they immediately need to leave the center. Cleaning services are increased, disinfecting efforts are increased, staff are going to engage in more routine and regular environmental cleanings. So we're in deep communication with them. They too are making sure everyone in their community is following the protocols and the guidance of the CDC. Sports House, where we do our PE. Sports House too is increasing its sanitation protocols. But it's maintaining regular activities to the community as well, and they're going to continue to follow the California Department of Public Health and the CDC. School Foodies for our food program. They too are monitoring developments regarding the virus. Employees wear clean and proper uniforms, of course. They're taking deep precautions with how their employees use and dispose of tissues, materials. They're making sure their employees are in good health. They are following all their procedures and guidelines. Floors and coverings along the walls are being sanitized daily, steam cleaned on weekends. They're taking all precautions as well. So they're saying they're being extra diligent with procedures and cleanings and disinfecting surfaces as well as facilities. So those are our vendors that we are making sure are following our procedures and precautions as well. You should know that a lot of these decisions are being made in deep collaboration within our community, but certainly in the broader independent school world as well. I've never seen a group of schools come together. If there's one silver lining, it's sort of the moment right now. It's the sort of open source mentality, particularly in the California independent schools. We are talking constantly, sharing articles, sharing our knowledge. I was just on a call with the California Association of Independent Schools, and we were looking at the sort of legal ramifications, what we can do in terms of closing if we need to, and what we have to do. And at this point, we're following what the vast majority of schools are doing, and we're going to stay open for business, follow CDC regulations, take deep precautions at this time, and make sure that the well-being of our community and those in it are first and foremost. So that leads me to one of our values, and we can close with that. We are really committed to taking care of each other and ourselves at Synapse. Thanks for listening. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out. Okay, be well.